Hey, everybody, and welcome to Ask Dear Abby, a podcast where we uncover what ails our animal friends and offer some top-notch animal advice from our delightful doe, Abby.
Well, thank you for that introduction. And of course, this all isn't possible without you, Hopper, our faithful showrunner. I figured we'd get started with some fun animal fast facts before we dive into today's episode.
Sounds good to me.
Well, Hopper, for one, did you know that baby flamingos actually are not pink?
Abby, did you get enough sleep last night? I'm pretty sure that every flamingo I know is pink.
Well, Hoppy, I'm sure they are, but flamingos are actually born gray. Flamingos eat brine shrimp and blue-green algae. Those foods contain a natural pink dye that makes their feathers pink. That's why all the flamingos you know appear to be pink.
I'm glad my carrots don't turn me orange.
I'm glad they don't too.
Well, aren't you going to tell us the next fact?
You bet. Here's another fun fact for you. Did you know that otters hold hands while sleeping so that they don't float away from each other?
Don't you mean from each otter?
Oh, Hoppy, this is why we're such good friends.
Hey, if I were an otter, I'd never let you go, pal. Those are some great animal fast facts, Abby. Now let's see what kind of fun things our animal friends are getting into this week. I saw a baby bird announcement on Instagram from Roger and Jonathan Van Nest.
Oh, I'm so glad that Barbara Blue Jay could help them make their dreams a reality. They've been wanting to be parents for so long.
We should make sure to add birdseed to our grocery list. On another note, Will Ferrett just came out with that new comedy called Turtledega Nights, the Ballad of Sheldon Slowfoot.
Really? I love Will Ferrett. Did you see him in Zoolander?
Which one are you referring to? The one where the wild adventuring ferret winds up in a zoo and has to save the world, or the one about the male
Yep. The first one. Definitely the first one.
I thought so. Well, Labs, I guess that does it for the neighborhood news. Oh, and look at that. We've got a couple of callers who'd like to hear some helpful news on their daily blues.
Excellent. I love lending a helping hoof to those in need. So, who are we speaking to first?
Our first caller is Silvia Snail. She's having trouble with a colleague at work, and things are about to get salty.
Great. Hello, Sylvia. If you've got a problem, just stop on by and I'll say hi at Ask Dear Abby. That's me.
Yes, hello there, Abigail. Thank goodness you've taken my call. I've been trying to reach you all afternoon. I'm quite put out, you see.
Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopper and I do our best to listen to all our animal requests.
Requests? More like dire need. I am desperate, you see. I'm terribly distraught.
Oh boy, here we go.
Hopper? Yes, Sylvia, I am here for you. What ails you, my friend?
Well, you see, I'm a postal worker, and I'm very fond of my job, but I've recently been having troubles with a co-worker. You see, this co-worker, well, they smell bad.
Can you elaborate on that?
You see, this co-worker insists on wearing this very strong perfume to work every single day, and let's just say, the scent is putrescent.
Putrescent? My oh my! I imagine it might be unpleasant to smell that every day.
Unpleasant is an understatement. The smell creeps into my very soul. I cannot escape it, Abby. Help me.
Well, Sylvia, as a snail, I bet that the smell is extra pungent for you.
Whatever do you mean?
You see, snails have 4 noses, which means that the sense of smell is a snail's best developed sense. You probably smell that perfume stronger than anyone else in your office.
Yes, I suppose that might explain the pungent putrescence.
Sylvia, have you tried talking to this coworker about their perfume?
Talking to them? Good heavens, no. I'm not one for confrontation.
Not sure that's true.
Well, Sylvia, often the best way to confront an issue is to go to the source. I have a feeling that this coworker may not know that their perfume bothers you. If you don't talk to them about it, they'll never know, and the issue can't be resolved. Also, you say that you don't like confrontation. But remember, confrontation doesn't have to be unpleasant. Approach this coworker with kindness, not with anger or frustration.
I suppose your logic is sound. However, I don't think this particular coworker will see reason, even if I approach them with all the kindness in my tender heart.
Possibly, but you never know until you try.
Yes, I suppose I can try. But what do I do if I talk to this person and they reject my humble request?
That's a great question. Sadly, not everyone is always willing to compromise, and in those situations, we want to find a way that you can be comfortable in your workplace because you deserve to be. We know that snails have a very strong sense of smell. What if you brought something into work? A scent that you love, like a candle or some flowers. Perhaps if you surround yourself with a stronger scent that is more pleasant to you, then it might overpower the unpleasant odor from the perfume.
I've got a smell I can surround you with, and it rhymes with cart.
Ahem.
Sorry, dear, are you catching a cold? It's terrible weather we're having today.
Something like that. I'm sorry, please continue.
All right, then. Well, I think what you said is most intriguing. I did just acquire some new lavender essential oils.
Excellent. So then, if your talk with your coworker doesn't go as you hope, you can bring your essential oils into work.
I see why they call you Dear Abby. Your advice has indeed soothed my soul. I cannot wait to try out your advice. I'm sorry for being so distressed earlier. I'm usually a very chipper snail.
I'm sure you are. Well, thank you for your call, Sylvia, and smell you later. Abby, it's time to hop on over to our next caller. He's a little lobster named Leonard who's feeling insecure and left out.
Aw, poor kid. We've all been there. Hello, Leonard. If you've got a problem, just stop on by and I'll say hi and ask, Dear Abby. That's me.
Hi, Abby. Thank you for taking my call. You know when animals say that they feel a little out of it? Well, I guess I'm feeling a lot out of it because I think it's my blue shell. I guess Hopper could say that I'm feeling a little blue.
Aw, Leonard, I'm so glad that you reached out to us, and I'm sorry to hear that you're feeling down. Now, you mentioned having a blue shell. That's amazing. Can I ask why that makes you sad?
Well, I think it's mostly because nobody I know has a blue shell like me. Like no one in my family has a blue shell, and all my friends are always staring at me and they're always like, Leonard, why are you so different? And I never know what to say, and I don't like being the center of attention, and I don't know. I guess I just want to be like everyone else.
Oh, Leonard, it's okay, friend. We are here for you. First of all, can I just say that I think it's amazing that you have a blue shell? Not only is blue my favorite color, but your blue shell also makes you so wonderfully beautiful and unique. Now, the reason you probably haven't met another blue lobster yet in your life is because while the majority of lobsters are red, in fact, only 1 in 200 million lobsters are blue, every so often, a very special thing can happen in your genetic makeup.
Huh? Makeup? Oh, I don't wear makeup. I'm confused.
Genetic makeup refers to the genes that determine what you look like and what physical characteristics you have. And by genes, I'm not talking about Levi's.
Good one, Abs.
In other words, it's the passing of a physical or mental characteristic genetically from one generation to another. Now, Leonard, every so often, something special will happen in a lobster's genes. Those genes will sometimes cause a lobster to produce an excessive amount of protein. That extra protein will give a lobster its blue color.
Oh, well, I'm glad that I know why I'm blue now. That's pretty cool, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm still the only blue lobster, and I still feel different and lonely.
While it's true there aren't many blue lobsters in the sea, there are a good bit of them that live in aquariums. In fact, I just looked up blue lobsters on Wikipedia, and there is a famous blue lobster named Loretta who lives off the coast of Maine with her own streaming channel. She has devoted her life to helping animals express and embrace their individuality. Hey, Hop, I wonder, do you think we could set up a meeting between Leonard and Loretta?
Absolutely. Would that be something you'd be interested in, Leonard?
Whoa! Meeting another blue lobster? Are you kidding? That would be amazing!
Consider it done, Leonard. Hoppy and I will get you and Loretta connected. But before we go, I wanted to say one more thing. It can definitely be hard feeling different, but remember, everyone is unique in their own way, and those differences are what make us strong. Embrace what makes you, you, and use that attention you are getting to teach your friends and family what you learned today. Differences aren't a bad thing. In fact, you may just end up teaching your peers a thing or two about embracing your individuality.
Gee, thanks, Abby and Hop. You guys are so cool, and I like talking with you, and well, thanks again, friends.
Thanks for the call, Leonard. We'll make sure that Loretta gets your contact info. Hey, Abs, I think it's time for us to go to a commercial break and break out a bottle of,
Hopper?
What? I was gonna say lemon essential oils, unless you preferred something else.
Ahem. Essential oils sound like a great idea, Hoppy. We'll be back in a flash after these messages.
Oh, hello there, Mrs. Trollman. I don't mean to bother you, but me brothers and I really need to cross this bridge so we can...
So you can what? Eat all of my grass on my land? Well, you can forget it.
Good heavens, no. We're on our way to deliver a package, and we want to make sure it arrives on time. You see, we're the owners and operators of Billy Goat Scruff, a company that provides combs, clippers, and other hair care products to those in need.
So you're Billy Goat Scruff. Oh, my Winston cannot stop talking about you. He kept going on and on about that new beard oil you sent him. I think it was called Sandalwood Swag. Come to think of it, he did mention about possibly getting more.
It looks like he did, because this package is for a Winston Troll. Glad he's enjoying adding some variety to his goatee.
Goatee! That's very clever. Well, I guess I can take that package to him if you'd like, and feel free to snack on some grass on your way out.
Oh, thanks very much, ma'am, and enjoy Billy Goat Scruff.
Hi, I'm Jeremiah, the famous bullfrog from that Three Dog Night song. I love bringing joy to the world, and the best way I can think of doing that is with an ice-cold bottle of Croak. Croak has a refreshing taste that makes you feel like you're relaxing out by the lake with friends and loved ones. It also comes packed with unique and bold flavors that put the pop in soda pop. There's also Diet Croak and Croak Zero for that same great Croak taste, but with less calories. Croak Soda. So refreshing, you won't believe it.
And we're back, and I hope y'all are still listening with those rabbit ears of yours. As some of you know, and for those of you who don't, this is the part of the show where we bring in some furry, flying, funtastic animal friends of ours to answer your animal inquiries.
Last week, we asked all of you at home to tweet us your questions about lions. Take it away, Hop.
This week's question comes to us from Lucy in Georgia. She wants to know why lions are considered the king of the jungle.
Well, Lucy, thank you for that great question. I think I'm going to need to defer to our expert on this one. So, without further ado, Hopper, will you introduce our lion expert?
Sure thing, Abs. All the way from Africa, the king of lions himself, Zeus Lionel III.
Yes, hello. Greetings. How do you do? Thank you so much for having me. Glad to be of service.
Thank you, Zeus. We are honored to have lion royalty with us today. So, Zeus, can you tell us a little bit about why lions are considered the king of the jungle?
Well, I will have to try my hardest to be brief, as there are many reasons why the lion is king of the jungle. But to begin. Did you know that lions have 5 times greater eyesight and hearing abilities than humans? We can see or sense animals from miles away. Not only that, but our sense of smell is extremely strong. We can tell if an animal is nearby or if an animal was recently in an area just by the sense of smell. By the way, I love lemon essential oils. Oh, also, I can't forget to tell you all about...
Sorry to interrupt there, King Zeus, but we've got a caller on the line who insists on speaking his 2 cents. You mind if I put him on speakerphone?
Oh, well, I suppose if it is indeed so urgent.
Elmer Elephant, you're on with King Zeus.
Hey, Hopper and Abby! Before I get into it, I just wanted to thank you for taking my little girl's call the other day. She's been coming home raving about jump roping with her friends.
Yes, Ellie. So glad to hear that she is doing well and getting involved with her friends.
Totes my goats. Now, sorry again for the interruption, but I was listening to Mr. Zeus here.
King Zeus.
Right. King Zeus. So, here's the dealio, dude. I know everyone thinks that lions are like the king of the jungle and all that, but I'm here to say that that's, totes incorrect. You see, it's actually the elephant who's the king of the jungle.
Ooh, this should be good.
Really? Pray tell, do explain.
You see, in a way, we elephants are kind of the saviors of the forest. We help the ecosystem stay in balance by removing old and rotting trees and replanting trees, which improves soil conditions. We also help with gardening, and we also totes create watering holes, because during dry seasons, we dig deep with our big, beautiful tusks. We're the only ones who have the power to drill through the soil and access the groundwater.
Well, I see, but did you consider that...
Well, would you believe this? I've got another caller on the line who is insistent on speaking with both of you about this matter.
Excuse me?
Say what?
Grayson Gorilla, you're on speakerphone with Zeus and Elma.
Hello. Thank you for patching me through. I was listening to this discussion on the King of the Jungle, and I was disturbed to hear that both the lion and the elephant seem to think that they are the king of the jungle. If I may set the record straight, I would like to say once and for all that the gorilla is the true king of the jungle.
Beg pardon?
What?
Grayson, we are grateful to get your input on this matter. Can you please elaborate on why you believe that gorillas are the true king of the jungle?
Well, to begin, we are in fact the largest of the primates. A male gorilla like myself can weigh 300 to 400 pounds. Furthermore, gorillas live in groups of 6 to 12 and are led by the oldest and largest male. That leader, called the silverback, is the true king of the jungle, based on his ability to protect his group or band. And if I may add in one more tidbit that sets us apart, let's talk about our appendages. Gorillas are able to manipulate objects with their feet as well as their hands, because our thumbs and big toes are opposable. Let's see Zeus and Elmer try to pick up objects with their hands and feet. My point being, of course, we are the true king of the jungle.
Now wait just a minute.
Dude, I don't know about that.
Gentlemen, thank you all for your educational input. It seems that we have an interesting predicament on our hands. Multiple animals claim to be the true king of the jungle.
Indeed. So how do we settle this little predicament?
Yeah, dude, there can, only be one king of the jungle.
You've got that right.
Well, actually, after hearing all of your thoughts, I wonder if perhaps that isn't true. The truth is that you all are equally important to maintaining a thriving jungle. You each bring forth invaluable traits that the jungle needs. Maybe there are multiple kings of the jungle.
Gasp.
Gasp!
Gasp!
Gentlemen, before you freak out, think about what we learned. The lion brings forth their incredible senses and immense power. The elephant helps cultivate the earth by digging watering holes and maintaining soil health. The gorilla offers immense protection and security to his family or band. Do you guys see what I'm saying? I think that all of you are equally important.
Perhaps the doe has a point.
Yeah, bro. I guess that does kind of make sense.
The doe speaks wisdom.
So, perhaps, my friends, we can come to an agreement? Can we agree that there is not one but multiple kings of the jungle? And that you all are equally valuable because you are all king of different skills?
Very well, yes.
I'm toots game, bro.
I concur and will oblige to this sentiment.
Wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining us today and shedding some light on the jungle hierarchy. And of course, let's not forget about our wonderful and important queens of the jungle.
Oh, yes, of course. I would be nothing without my better half.
Absolutely. She is my rock, dude. Love her.
My wife has always got my silver back, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'd be nothing without Abby either. She's pretty great. Gentlemen, take care and try to get along.
For next week's episode of Ask Dear Abby, we're doing something a little different. Instead of having you guys at home tweet us your questions, we're going to bring in a couple of guests who will provide some special insight into the lives of Hoppy and I.
Well, that concludes our episode of Ask Dear Abby. But before we go, Abby would like to give you, the listeners, a few words of wisdom. Take it away, Abs.
Thanks, Hop. We sure did learn an awful lot today. In the spirit of our new friends, Silvia, Leonard, Zeus, Elmer, and Grayson, let me leave you all with this. Communication is key when it comes to having a great relationship with others, whether it's at home or in the workplace. Be thoughtful and considerate to those around you. If you're sensing that someone might be troubled about something, create a dialogue with them about what's bothering them. You might be surprised to find out that you can help them solve it. Sometimes when you're feeling blue and don't feel like you fit in, remember that there are others out there in the world just like you who feel the same way, so you're never alone. Also, I'd like to point out that while these people may look and feel similar to you, they are not you because you are talented and special in your own way, and that is what is most important. I said it before and I'll say it again. Embrace your individuality. It's what makes you unique. Lastly, speaking of talented individuals like our kings of the jungle, you too can use your talents to be kings and queens of our metaphorical jungle. Think of the world as a big pizza pie. Everyone has a job to do to make sure our pizza world is a success. That means we all need to work together in harmony for a safe and thriving world. So find a friend with talents that you may not have and let's get baking. Thanks again for listening, and as always, if you've got a problem, just stop on by and I'll say hi at Ask Dear Abby. Bye-bye now.